Wow, is choosing to be seen freaking hard. Oh, choosing to be seen, choosing to show up, choosing to be open, right? Choosing to just let things be what they're supposed to be, right? Choosing to put yourself out there, even though you might be judged, you might be seen differently, you might not be seen the way that you want to be seen, you might not be understood the way you want to be understood, right? But in this world, there's always going to be people who are going to misunderstand you. There's always going to be people who are dead set on misunderstanding you. And there's absolutely nothing that you can do about that. And at the end of the day, what really matters is that you know who you are. You know what your intentions are. You know what your soul is, right? And man, is being seen and putting yourself out there freaking hard. Not easy. And it takes a lot of like inner healing and identity healing and being sure of yourself and knowing who you are and standing strong within that for you to really be able to step out and just say, fuck it, I don't care. I don't care what this person's gonna say. I don't care what this person thinks. I don't care that it's not actually who I am, right? There's a part of you that has to be okay and open to the idea that you're going to be misunderstood, that you're not going to be seen truly, that you're going to be judged. And I think that is scary as F, right? Totally terrifying. Totally scary to put yourself out there in that way, to take that leap, to just dive in. And in the society that we live in, I mean, it's not something that we do normally, right? It's not something that's seen as a positive thing in many ways, right? We're taught to show up a certain way. We're taught to put on a certain face. We're taught to express only certain emotions, right? We're taught to be a certain way when we decide to show up, when we decide to be seen. There's an expectation that society has around what that looks like. And, you know, that's even accompanied to gender, right? That's accompanied to everything. And choosing to show up, choosing to stand strong, choosing to be seen authentically and truly for who you are, without a care on how everybody else shows up or what they say or how they look at it. Man, is that strength and resilience. Is that hard? One of the things that you see a lot, though, is that, you know, it gets easier, right? The more you do it, the easier it gets. And, you know, Spirit really wants you to do the things that scare you, do the things that terrify you, right? Because that's actually the path you're supposed to walk down. The things that scare you and terrify you are actually the paths that you are supposed to take. That's the soul expansion that you're supposed to have in this life. That's what you came here for, right? And so, show up, be authentic, do the thing. Who cares what everybody else thinks or is going to say? Because you're always going to have those haters in the background. But as long as you truly know who you are, as long as you truly know where you're at, as long as you truly know where you stand and your intention behind what you're doing, the rest doesn't actually matter. You always have to start by yourself, and you always have to stand strong in yourself and be your strongest cheerleader before the rest will follow, before other people will start to take notice and say, hey, what's happening over there, right? And so it starts with you, and it starts inside of you, and it starts with you recognizing, acknowledging who you are and bleeding that externally and shining that outward. And as you shine that outward, the right people will be attracted to that, right? As you show up authentically and true to who you are, which we know authenticity is the highest vibration, as you do that, others will be interested, intrigued, and follow, right? That's what this whole awakening is about. It's about showing up for you and what you want, authentically who you are, and knowing that the right people will be attracted to that. And sure, you're going to have people that don't like you, right? And you're going to have people that are not a fan. And that's totally okay. We live in a world in a universal polarity, right? So there's going to be good and there's going to be bad to everything. And this is the change that you need to make within yourself to truly step into who you are meant to be, who you are meant to become. So do it. Do the thing that terrifies you. Do the thing that is so scary. Decide to step into the unknown. Decide to jump off that bridge. Decide to fall. And know that you will be caught. As long as you're doing it for the right reasons. Trust you.